It's Brian here. I wanted to talk about an experience I had growing up that changed me forever and changed my views on a lot of things. But if you're, transgender or gay and you're having struggles with religion, and I was there, and this is my experience, and I hope you like it. And I'll start from the beginning, before I was born, the very beginning. My parents had a daughter. Her name was Brandi. Here is a picture of her. Isn't she cute? And she had a heart condition, and she only lived a couple of months. She died before I was born. And because of her death, I became aware of how death affects us. We would always go to her grave, and we would put flowers on it for her birthday and Memorial Day, and I knew how it affected my mother and my grandparents, and anyways, I always knew, was aware of my sister, and we grew up Baptist, and we went to church every Sunday at that time, and I always knew that I was different, and I didn't want to be different, didn't like being different, but I always felt different. Even before I knew I was gay, I knew that I was not like everybody else. I wasn't, and I didn't appreciate it at the time. I do now. I definitely appreciate being different, but I was, growing up, I was like 100 pounds and really skinny, and I was bullied. I made a bully video. If you want to watch that, I'll leave a link down below. You can check it out. But I was like 100 pounds in high school, and I was an easy target for bullies. And this is a picture of me, not in high school, but as a kid. As you can see, it was some nice glasses. And here's another one. Great hair. I was very, I was picked on a lot, and horribly. I mean, people were like daily bullied, and as a kid, you're going through that. It's like the end of the world, and it's just so difficult. And I was suicidal, and I didn't want to live. I didn't want to be gay. I didn't want. I thought that. I don't think anybody wants to be gay in the beginning, and although now I do appreciate it, I think it was. I think it's a gift. I think it's it teaches us about ourselves, and I think being gay should be celebrated, and it is now more than it was at that time. It was a different time, and I was in a small town, and there was nobody in my family that was gay, and I didn't think anybody in the world was gay. There was like 500 maybe, and I only believed what the church was telling me, that everybody's evil, that if they're gay, and they're horrible people. There's no nice people, and they're all just awful. They're the devil is what they are. And of course, I'm just a kid, so I naturally believe. And there was no role models at the time. There was no Ellen DeGeneres, or I didn't have that. I only had negativity, and so I didn't believe it. I didn't have anything else to believe. So being suicidal and being bullied, I wanted to die, but I couldn't because of my sister, and I knew that it would ruin my mother. I knew that it would kill, and that it would affect them for the rest of their lives, and I couldn't bring myself to cause that much pain, but I was in so much pain because, of the bullying and how hard it was, and constant abuse, and you're stuck. You're in between misery and misery, and there's no way out. There was no way out for me. So all I could do was just suffer and pray and wish that I was something I wasn't and couldn't be. And one day I went to sleep, and I had it all planned out how I was going to kill myself. I had when I was going to do it and how I was going to do it, and I couldn't. The day came and I couldn't do it again, and so I just went to sleep. And I had this experience. It was so amazing, and to call it a dream is just an insult, but it was more like an out-of-body experience or a near-death experience. It was like you would imagine it. It was all white. There was just all white everywhere, and this peace and calm came over me, and it was just beautiful and peaceful, and I so needed that at that moment, to feel that, because I didn't believe I could feel that. I didn't believe I deserved it. I believed I was something awful and not worthy of love, and then there was this guy there, and he came over to me and he says, "I love you." And when he said that, I felt it. I felt it in my whole, every ounce of my being, everything, and it was so amazing, and I'll never forget it for as long as I live. And I was so grateful for that. That's all he said, and then I woke up, and I had this huge smile on my face, and I felt love. It's indescribable. I felt it like bubbles through my entire body, my skin, and my everything. I just felt true love and acceptance, and I felt that I could have done anything, and God would have, that was my impression of God, and God would have loved me and accepted me, and I took it as, that I can be gay, and it's okay, and God's gonna love me, and it doesn't matter that the church doesn't love God. And at the time, there wasn't very many churches that accepted gays, and it's gotten so much better now, and there are churches, and if you're looking for them, you can find churches that will accept you and love you, and that's great, and I think it's amazing. But at this time, I didn't have that, and I didn't believe it. I didn't believe I would ever feel that, and it was the most amazing experience. And I'm grateful for it. I know there's going to be people that tell me that it was the devil trying to convince me that it's okay to be gay, and all of that, I'm sure, will be said, but I don't believe it, and I know that life isn't about that. It's about love, and loving yourself and forgiving yourself if you make mistakes, and trying to help people get through tough times, and I look back on my experience, and I wouldn't change anything. The bullying, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change anything. The only thing I would change is, of course, I'd wish my sister, didn't have to die, but even that, I know I wouldn't be here if it weren't for her. So I'm so grateful for her, and I look at her as my little guardian angel, and I love her so much, and I know that, if you're transgender or gay and you're struggling with coming out, or you don't think anybody will love you or accept you because you're a dorky kid that you think you're ugly, that will change, and your life will be amazing, and find people that will love you for you and accept you for you. If you can't find them because you're in some small town, go online. There's support groups. I'll leave some links to websites that can help you, but please don't give up. I love you, and thanks for watching.